We have a really good presentation coming up on LNG Phase 1. As you know, LNG in Kitimat employed thousands of our members in British Columbia and thousands of our members from across the country. It's commissioned, it's operating, and it's shipping our liquefied natural gas all over the world. So we need to celebrate that success and imagine where we would be in this economic, geopolitical environment right now if we didn't have LNG providing that resource to the rest of the world and diversifying our trade corridors. And we're also going to hear about Phase 2, which we're all eagerly anticipating, as much as VP from LNG, Teresa Waddington, can share with us. Of course, they're going through their due diligence to talk and make a final decision, FID, on LNG Phase 2, but everything that we hear is very positive. So we're really looking forward to hearing from VP of LNG Canada, Teresa Waddington, to give us an update on Phase 1 and potentially what may be happening with Phase 2. Please, a warm building trades welcome to Teresa Waddington from LNG Canada.
Building trades is how we get these projects built. Canada itself has probably the most skilled tradespeople in the world. Without that sustainable labor workforce, we just wouldn't be where we are.
The skilled trades are a big part of who we are in Kitimat. You look down the street, you can pull a couple electricians, you can pull a couple carpenters, and many of the same faces grow from apprenticeships into full-fledged journeymen.
I think our workforce development program is really well laid out here. It's nice to see them go from that school state into the working state and their mind just opens up, and there's a lot of opportunities for that.
We run all sorts of different programs. We start as early as with Arcs and Sparks, where people get an opportunity to go learn welding and pipe fitting, and then we've started a long-term apprenticeship program. Also, we have the power engineering program. That's been very successful for us, where people can come in, learn power engineering, go down to Vancouver, BCIT, and then come out here and qualify in the unit.
The power engineering program, it gave you all the basic knowledge that you need, and the financial help that they were able to provide, it just really wouldn't have happened without their help. It was pretty special.
It means the world to me to actually work in my backyard. Everyone holds each other to a high standard, and we're surrounded by people with wealths of knowledge and years of experience.
Safety is definitely embedded in the culture. The job itself is definitely pretty exciting. There's lots of variety to do. There's different pathways you can take with it as well to be able to change up your career path if you wanted to.
I think there's always going to be a need for more people to come in and learn. This project is huge. You will never not have a need for skilled trades, absolutely.
Skilled trade has been significant to building this project, as it has been to any project in Canada. Skilled trades will always continue to play a huge part in getting these facilities built and off the ground.
If you're looking to jump on any kind of skilled trades, take every experience you can and learn from it. This industry here never stops growing.
Good afternoon and thank you. I don't know if you noticed from that video, but we're really careful to only take pictures and videos of Kitimat when it's sunny out. It's part of our recruitment strategy, even though it's located in a rainforest. I can personally attest it's not usually quite as nice as it is in that video there. So good afternoon, and thank you for the opportunity to be here. It's a privilege to join you at this year's CBTU convention and to be among leaders and affiliates representing skilled trades across the country. Today, I want to focus on LNG Canada Phase 1, what it's taken to deliver it, what it represents for Canada, and most importantly, the people and trades who have made it possible. Let me start with a moment that really brought it all home for me. On June 30th, 2025, I had the privilege to be standing alongside the jetty as the very first ever LNG export tanker, the Gaslog Glasgow, departed our facility in Kitimat. It marked the culmination of more than a decade of work, thousands upon thousands of hours of collaboration. It was a historic, nation-building moment for Canada. That first cargo signified Canada's entry into a brand new export industry and our ability to help diversify our country's export markets at a time when global energy security truly matters. LNG Canada Phase 1 is Canada's first LNG export facility. It's built on the traditional territory of the Haisla Nation, and it is the largest private sector investment in Canadian history. I'm proud to say it has been delivered safely and in collaboration with skilled tradespeople across our country. We chose to build this facility in Kitimat for several reasons. Its deep, ice-free harbor, its proximity to key global markets, and of course, the strength of Canada's skilled workforce. Canada is home to hardworking, highly skilled men and women from dozens of trades and craft unions. And it's the CBTU affiliates and members who have quite literally built this project, often in extremely challenging conditions, far from home and to world-class standards. And I will share, I've had the privilege of walking through the pipework, before some of the insulation was put on, to stand inside one of the largest LNG tanks in the entire world and see people's names signed in Sharpie, the people who built that facility, putting their pride on their work. At peak construction on LNG Canada Phase 1, we had under 10,000 people on site and up to 4,500 on site at any one time. It was a huge logistical challenge. In total, tens of thousands of workers have contributed across LNG Canada and the Coastal GasLink pipeline. This project simply does not happen without the skills, professionalism, and pride of the building trades. Today, Phase 1 is fully operational, and we recently celebrated our 79th cargo to depart for global markets. That number is always hard to keep up on because we ship a cargo about every 2 days, so it's constantly going up. Natural gas travels approximately 670 kilometers through the Coastal GasLink pipeline before arriving at our facility. I want to pause here to acknowledge the upstream producers and the Coastal GasLink teams, because their work to deliver gas safely and reliably is absolutely vital to everything that follows. At Kitimat, the gas moves through the plant's warm end and cold end. It is cleaned and treated, then cooled using Shell's liquefaction technology to minus 163 degrees Celsius, shrinking to about 1/600th of its original volume so it can be safely shipped overseas. Liquefaction at this scale, 14 million tons per annum, requires enormous power and precision. The LNG is then stored in tanks among the largest in the world and loaded onto LNG carriers at our marine terminal. Today, we have approximately 430 people working on site at Kitimat, delivering safe, reliable operations every day, supported by additional teams in Calgary and Vancouver, and by our marine partners, including High Sea and Seaspan. And because of the work done by the trades, Canada is now exporting lower carbon LNG to global markets. We've safely loaded 79 cargoes so far, and every one of them represents Canadian skill, Canadian reliability, and Canadian competitiveness. Construction at this scale also reinforces a broader reality. The need for skilled tradespeople in British Columbia has never been greater. That represents opportunity, but also responsibility. From the start, we believed it was incumbent on industry and on LNG Canada to contribute meaningfully to workforce development. To date, we've invested more than $10 million in workforce development and training programs designed to increase participation by local residents, Indigenous communities, and British Columbians. These include power engineering programs, trades training funds, and apprenticeship pathways that are not just for our project, but will strengthen the workforce more broadly. We are seeing the results. People gaining new skills, earning their tickets, and building long-term careers close to home. On our site, we've seen multiple generations of families training and working together, and that's something we are incredibly proud of. Looking ahead, there's potential for more. Together with our 5 joint venture participants, we continue to carefully evaluate the scope and timing of a potential Phase 2 expansion, A phase 2 decision, of course, must consider competitiveness, affordability, emissions performance, and timelines. But it's clear that phase 1 has demonstrated what's possible when projects are well designed, well executed, and built in partnership with skilled trades. As the world transitions towards a lower carbon future, people still need reliable energy. LNG Canada Phase 1 is part of that solution, providing secure, lower carbon energy to global markets while delivering well-paying jobs, skills development, and long-term economic benefits here at home. In closing, I want to thank the Canadian Building Trades Union, your leadership, your affiliates, and your members. Phase 1 literally exists because of all of you, your skills, your commitment to safety, and your pride in a job well done. Together, we've proven that Canada can deliver complex, world-class projects that fuel our economy, support communities, and position our country for the future. Thank you.